Hello everyone, my name is Junior Pinales and I'm part Hello everyone, my name is Junior Pinales and I'm part of the Security Evaluation of Encrypted Databases team. And this is our last video where we talk about the shortcomings of this project and what to do for the future iterations. So this project, since it was version 1, we had to do a lot of research into how the CryptDB system worked, and there is not a lot of documentation. So what we did is that we tried to document as much all the process of how we did things in order for the next people to next developers to get up and running real fast. So our recommendations that we have is that whatever the next team does, they make sure that they document everything really well, because again the lack of documentation from the projects kind of slow us down. Another shortcoming that we had was that we weren't able to finish the whole insertion and flat histogram algorithm. There are still remove and update queries that we didn't handle, and also the insert query, it's very delicate, so it needs to be implemented in a more robust way in order for to catch like all the different variations of the same query. Other things that we can recommend is that look into, instead of doing a flat histogram algorithm, look into random histogram algorithm. So instead of inserting the same an amount that's going to make a flat, instead of random amount that's going to make a random histogram. And help this would also help and this will also work against frequency analysis attacks, because it won't have the frequency analysis as expected but a random frequency. Also, another thing that we recommend is in the frequency insertion, we're storing the data on a file named freaks. So we recommend that this data is stored in the database in a random column, in a column that is encrypted with a random layer. That way, if the proxy gets broken into, the values are not just stored in any clear text file, or just encrypt that file instead of storing in the database, whichever it's preferably. Another recommendation that we have is that instead of using the Lua wrapper to do the parsing and insertion, then figure out a way to modify the CryptDB C++ code in order to do this, because that would be the best option. Even though the Lua wrapper works really well right now, I don't think it's maintainable for the future. In case, because I don't think it's maintainable for the future, because Lua is a very primitive language and it's only meant to do specific tasks, not big programs like this. Also, another recommendation that we have is look into deleting necessary fake data. So what happens is that whenever you insert too much information or too much data, you have a lot of fake records that are not necessary. So I recommend for the next team creating I recommend for the next team creating a script that deletes the necessary fake data. And that's it for our shortcomings, and that's it for this last short video. Have a nice day. And that's it for the last short video.